Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coach Show here on KOXC. I am Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director, Sammy Burnett. Happy belated birthday to you, sir. Did you have a good birthday weekend?
I had a wonderful birthday weekend. I really did. Had a great time yesterday.
Would you like to share with
Well, let's go
the people?
back to Coach Jones manipulating me to go to Lubbock, Texas with the regional preview. Boys golf. No, they needed an extra driver, so I drove some kids up there to help them. It said it'd be about 64 degrees. Well, day one, 25, wind chill 15 degrees. I had on a hoodie and some blue jeans. Thank you to Ryan Reagan for loaning me a pullover, or I'd have really been in trouble. So I struggled the first day. Lisa asked how I was going. I sent her a picture of a puddle in the middle of the fairway that was frozen. The next day was a little better. But then Sunday I got home Saturday night. Sunday was my birthday. I got to go play golf with one of my buddies, Dr. Bon Young. We went out, and he graciously allowed me to win.
Right.
The wind, speaking of wind, the wind was blowing. Not wind, but wind. It was blowing bad, and not as bad as it was in Lubbock, Texas, at 90 miles an hour in Lubbock. But we had a great time. I enjoyed every minute of it. And then I got to go eat at one of my favorite places, which was Prima Pasta. I don't eat pasta much because, as you know, I've been on a diet and got to go do that with my daughter and wife. And I had a wonderful, wonderful day. So thanks for asking.
All right. Well, I know you had more celebration, but we'll get to that at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
sure did.
Yeah.
Little late night surprise from NASCAR world.
Well, we'll get to
Yeah.
that. We'll get to
Yeah.
that. Don't
Won't
use it all up now. All right. Well, another busy weekend, another positive weekend for Lady Lions and Lions Athletics. So let's remind everybody what happened.
Sure. Let's go back to baseball, softball. Softball was at the Abilene tournament. Were successful in that tournament in the record, won 3-2, beating Sweetwater, Big Spring, and Snyder, and dropping games at Ballinger and Breckenridge. On the boys' side, we had the Tri-County tournament, or the Brown County tournament, which included 3 schools, Brownwood, Early, and Bangs. Our boys were successful, defeating Sweetwater, Perrington, and Jim Ned, and then dropping 2 games to Andrews and Jacksboro. Of course, both of them talked about inconsistencies in play. That happens this time of year. Boys really thought they should have beat Jacksboro and could have beat Andrews, and just sort of made mistakes that allowed them to be more successful than we were. So once they get their spots, boys and girls get their people in position and they become more comfortable in their roles, the more consistency they'll have, also with more reps. On the boys' side and golf, like I said, we traveled to Lubbock for the regional preview. It was extremely cold. Our kids, went out and played with every other kid. We didn't make any excuses. I think the biggest shock to us, and I don't mind saying this because Sir Jones has been such a stable for us in the golf program the last couple of years. He had an off week, and just talking to him, his inconsistency, I think, he's been showing animals. He's been out a couple of weeks doing that, and he also was bit by the flu and is coming off of the flu. He's lost 15 pounds. So for them, I was really pleased with what I saw. I had a great opportunity to just follow them around and watch, and Coach Jones would be off doing his thing, and I would sit there at the hole and watch them pass by and get to see every kid, and I really enjoyed that and seeing their growth and development. They shot a 322. They finished 3rd overall in the regional preview, and what's the importance in that? We are without a doubt in the strongest region in the state of Texas in golf is Region 1. So I really think that we have an opportunity to get more consistent with them, just like baseball and softball. They're playing in a bunch of tournaments coming up, a bunch of two-day tournaments, the state preview. So they're going to get a lot of golf in the next couple of weeks. And when district rolls around, they'll perform well and give themselves a chance to get to regional. And I think they'll perform well. But 2 very strong teams in that region are Canyon, Randall, and Andrews. Monahans has a great team, and so does Bridgeport, so along with us. So it's a 5-man race. It's going to come down to who does the best in district and then gets to regionals and who's playing consistent then. But, man, I had a great time with them. I thought they did a great job and, just competing and fighting the elements. So that was good on that side. In the same lines, I got a call from Coach Jackson, and we had a track meet scheduled for Abilene, and that was canceled due to the fact that it was just going to be bad weather. The one thing you don't want to do early in the track season is go out there and run in weather that's not really conducive to muscles. Don't want to have kids have an opportunity to pull muscles and miss the whole season. We're already battling some muscle injuries ourselves already in track, so we dang sure didn't want that, and they wound up canceling that thing. So we did not go to Abilene to run that track meet at Shotwell Stadium. Soccer-wise, our boys and girls hosted China Spring. Both were successful. The girls won 1-0. I didn't catch, Coach Mosqueda didn't sure who scored that goal, but congratulations for them for sweeping China Spring, and so did the boys. The boys were successful 4-0. They had goal scores by Noah Barron, Caleb Nelson, Colton McMillan, and Junior Martinez. They all had a goal apiece. It's pretty phenomenal to see Noah Barron scoring another goal. I mean, he's basically scored a goal a game or more. Coming off 2 games in a row where he scored 5 goals in a game. So that's 11 goals in 3 games for him. I think he's doing a pretty good job of putting himself up there as an opportunity to win some kind of accolades in the district race when you come to MVPs or Offensive Players of the Year. But that's pretty dominant. But proud of all of them. They're playing well as a team. You look right there, you have 4 different guys scoring goals. That's big because you can't just depend on one guy to do it. You think eventually those opponents we face will see the fact that he's scoring so many goals and do what they got to do to try to stop him, which should open up an opportunity for some others to score. On the tennis side, our tennis team went to Waco. A consistent guy that we have always is Peter Lee. He finished second in boys singles. Tyler Mitchell and Trayvon Nickerson finished first in boys doubles. Jacob Singleton and River Prado finished third in boys doubles, and then Eric Waldrop and Anna Daniels were consolation winners in mixed doubles. So congratulations, Coach Blasek and the tennis team for what they did this week. And all in all, I thought it was a great week for all sports, boys and girls, at Brownwood High School.
Yeah, going back to boys golf, finished third there at the tournament. If they can duplicate that in April, then they're heading to state.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think, what do we take, 2 out of region?
3. I think
is
it's
it 3 or 2? I think it's 2 out of region.
Is it?
I may be wrong. That would be.
Well,
we'll check, but I think it's 2. But regardless, like I said, if we shoot our potential in normal golf, we're right in the mix with Canyon and Andrews. Like I said, we could beat either one of those. They are quality golfers. They're solid from 1 to 5. They had a singles guy that was shooting better than one of their teams, so I'm sure he's going to get substituted in at some point. But we have consistency in what we're doing. Our kids are getting better, and like I said, I think we'll see growth. Every one of our kids that are on that first 5 show animals, which is a big deal, and it's important they do that. But they're having to split time this time of year to do that. So the more that they're being able to committed time on the golf course, the better off they're going to be, and I think we're going to see a lot of growth from them. I mean, they shot a 322, I think, last year. We missed it by 1 or 2 shots from going to the state meet, and we shot it the second day at 299. So we're more than capable of dropping that score 20, 25, 30 points. So I expect to see that come regional time.
Yeah. Both soccer teams have won 4 in a row. Of course, they've got a bye Tuesday night, big games against Salado Friday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We play Salado and then Stephenville. Both beat us last time, boys and girls. Both were close games. I think every game was lost by 1 point. So they're going to be some, that ball can bounce either way. I remember watching the boys play Salado here, and they got a PK. Look, I even said that right, a penalty kick that helped them, which, it is the call that they made. That tied the game up, and they scored a goal late, deflected off of our goalie, and then we kicked one late that should have tied the game up that hit the goalpost and went the wrong way. So you're splitting hairs on who could have won that game. So great opportunity for the boys. Against Salado, girls played Salado first round. They're ranked number 2 in the state, got beat by 1 goal. They feel confident that they can bounce back and win that game. And then you look at Stephenville, and Stephenville on the girls' side is ranked 4th. Our girls got beat by them by 1, so I'm looking for some redemption the next couple of games in soccer, and our kids are playing strong. I think they're playing stronger than they were then, so I look forward to the opportunities they have to go out and maybe split some series with them and mix up the who's going to win the district championship. But all in all, on the boys and girls side soccer, very pleased.
Kind of on that note, what else we got going on this week?
Well, let's go through baseball and softball. Will both play on Tuesday. We do have a change in the schedule. Softball will play San Angelo Central here at 4:30 and 6, and then our baseball team was scheduled to play in Clyde at 7. That has been changed. Our baseball team will host Clyde at Moore Southall Field at 4:30 with the JV and 7 with the varsity. So that is a change to the schedule from the past. On Thursday, we're open on Wednesday, but on Thursday, baseball will start the Stephenville tournament, and that'll last for 3 days for them, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our boys and girls track teams will head to Lampasas on Thursday to run in, I guess, the Badger Invitational. And then Friday, softball will be at Brady. The JV will play at 7 behind the varsity at 5, and the reason they do that is a lot of places don't have lights. They want to ensure that they get that varsity game in. Our soccer boys will be at Salado at 5:30 and 7:30, and the girls will be at Gordonwood Stadium at 5 and 7. Girls golf will also be off to Lubbock for their regional preview. So Friday and Saturday for our girls golf team in Lubbock for the regional preview, and then our boys will be at home Friday and Saturday at the Abilene tournament held at the Hideout Golf Course and Resort. So it's like having our own tournament that you don't have to run. And I don't have to cook 200 sausage wraps for.
But you did such a good job with the sausage
I did.
wraps.
That's what I heard. So I'm doing 150 for the tennis team tomorrow.
Well, there you go.
Gives me something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need
It's a
something
slow
else.
time of
Yeah.
year. You don't have anything
Sometimes
going on.
I need to bite my tongue and say no.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I enjoy watching, feeding those kids and doing that. If I can help out in any way to take that burden off those coaches, I will. But that's what we got.
That's a pretty good deal when you get an Abilene tournament played, 5 miles down
Abilene
the road.
Cooper is hosting the golf tournament at the Hideout. I had to get clarification on that because I thought we were going to Abilene, and it's a 2-day tournament. And Coach Jones said, no, Coach, that's Abilene hosting at the Hideout. I'm like, well, that's my backyard. I can go watch that easily.
That's true.
So I plan on doing that.
You should tell them thanks when you see them. We appreciate
Yeah, I am going to tell them that. And, our girls heading up to Lubbock, hope the weather's good for them. It looks like it's going to be good, but you never know, just like we thought it was going to be in the 60s, and it wasn't. But I'm excited for those girls to get to go out there and spend the night and see what it's like to do that and go play. They have some younger girls, and have an opportunity for them to go play and see how they match up with the people in the region.
Yeah, you could show up and just bring cold weather with you, like you did last week.
I know they don't want any part of that. I reflect back. You look at our girls' golf program; they're growing, and the numbers are growing, and their ability is growing, and their confidence is growing. Last year, they overcame 16 strokes in the district. If you remember, the final day of district, they overcame 16 strokes to advance to the regional golf tournament, and that's huge. And I see those girls. I got to spend the day with them here when we hosted the Bluebonnet Golf Tournament here, and I got to see those girls play. I actually was sitting in a position where you could see one hole to your right. There was a hole in front of us. There was a hole coming at us and a hole going away from us. So I was able to sit in a spot where I could watch them all come through and support them and watch them play. And it was really fun to see them. And they got some more depth, which is neat. And it's fun to see them being consistent and playing at a good level. They won our tournament. If you recall, they won the Bluebonnet Invitational. So I look for good things. I'm ready to hear what Coach Wilson has to say about them and what he can compare them to in the region.
All right, another busy week. I think
Always.
we touched on everything. So anything else you want to mention today, Coach?
Well, we better do the Monday evening NASCAR report. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Well, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Everett Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Admin, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon, Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas. Oh, happy
at
birthday.
there.
Look, that's
up in the corner.
Kyle Birthday Bush right there, winning at Fontana.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was excited. I went into, once I record everything, so once I got through with my birthday supper, which I thoroughly enjoyed with Leighton and Kathleen, we went home and I started watching NASCAR, and sure enough, about 40 laps in, I'm thinking, he's going to win this sucker. And I'll be dang if he didn't wind up winning. So I went to dancing in the bedroom, and they're like looking at me like a fool, like, what happened now? My boy just won at Fontana on my birthday. So I'm going to have to send him a text message. We got a direct line.
Oh, you do?
No, we don't. But, bless his heart, he won one for the Gipper. Yeah, I'm excited. We're in the playoffs, baby.
All right. Okay, well, we will be back Wednesday. Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you very much.
here on the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on KOXC, KOXC.com, the KOXC app, and the KOXC Facebook pages.
Have a great day, Brownwood.